Hello, people. I'm going to basically schedule a video for Thursday because I don't know. I'll probably be a little bit more tired. If not, this video will come up early. Oh my god, guys! When I said, I mean, I know Nyla watching this video. Reading this comic out of context, reading this comic, it's just a random issue to him. But this issue that he's reading, you actually have to have context. Uh, that's why I'm saying no regular Joe Smoke can just get in the comics. You gotta pick an arc and then run with it. That's the surefire way to get into the comic. You just gotta pick an arc. And there's so many to choose from, but oh my god. See, this is why I keep saying context matters. I know you guys are like, no, you can't pick a random Archie comic, but it's like yeah, you can't. You gotta at least pick up the arc that it corresponds with, so at least you get a grasp on what the story is. Guys, this is why I do videos like this. This is why. Because I hate it when people go like, well, the Archie comics are weird. Yeah, to you they are, but if you don't read them with context, you're really not going to understand what's going on. If you have no context in the situation, what's the point? I'm just like, Madeline, are you getting like Twip? Just putting out anything just to piss people off? First, I don't understand why many folks find some of these concepts so strange. It's like two completely different cultures and mythologies. And Dragon Superfan, dude, thanks for giving people some perspective. Hey, remember when Knuckles wrote a segment from Mein Kampf for replacing human type with various animals? Fuck you, dude. I mean, to me, the concept of Sonic having a relationship is the one thing that's really foreign to people, in my experience. I just, like, honestly, that's the kind of shit that really irks me, dudes. And people wonder why I get so mad when people just, read these out of context. Because the context matters. And I keep saying that. It's not like I'm saying that just to be like, well, I'm a true fan or anything. I'm just saying the context matters, kids. That's why people
Not
don't.
like, oh my god. Okay, this is what I'm getting from this.
That's what.
So he died in an epic battle, presumably, and then he got reborn, or he returned from an afterlife or something like that, and now he's a giant pussy. That's basically what it is.
Guys, pray for me. Pray for me. It's taking everything I got not to freaking yell down Nyla Wynn's throat. Pray for me. Okay, for those of you, because Nyla Wynn wants to pick a random comic, let me fill you in. Okay, during a fight with Eggman, Sonic was. Everybody thought Sonic was dead, but really what had happened was he was teleported to another world. This took him like a whole year to get back to Mobius and get teleported back into Mobius. Now, with him and Sally breaking up after the slap incident, and Sonic really trying to talk to Sally again, Sonic's just feeling disheveled. I mean, you would too. But it's like, you know, again, like this is the reason I gotta fill people with just giving you guys a little bit of context. So if you guys actually do want to read these for yourself, you can. That's the kind of shit that gets on my nerves. The fact that none of you want to look at this and understand that there's context. That's the reason why you don't pick these issues up you don't pick these issues up willy nilly. And the thing is, guys, that's what I'm trying to tell you. Because, like I said, context matters. Context matters. It matters. And oh yeah, Sonic being in a relationship with Sally is not that hard to explain. Okay, because when you're like Sonic and you're at his age, you find girls attractive. Duh. He's a hero. Sally and him had a lot of chemistry. They have saved the world together. What more do you want me to say? Jesus. And no, Sonic fans, like, no, no, don't say anything. Like, if you're in my comments, don't say anything. You don't really know what I'm trying to say. Like, some of you are nice, but others are just like, hey, well, Sally's and Gary's new. But I'm like explaining why she isn't, and they're like, no, she's a married Sale. I'm like, I'm explaining why she isn't, and they'll just keep going like that for like an hour. I'll be like, if she, I actually kind of like, but you know what? When I really think about it, I actually kind of like Sonic being with Sonic for a bit because we get kind of Sonic back at square one, and with them kind of fighting with each other a little bit. Not a lot, but a little bit. I kind of like that a little bit. But even Sally and Sonic both know that they do love each other.
No, that's more ridiculous than Knuckles returning from the afterlife. Somebody call a doctor. I can.
Oh, he was talking about Knuckles. Yeah, but Knuckles. Okay, Knuckles. Okay, let's talk about Knuckles for a minute. Now, Knuckles, we all thought he was going to stay dead, but really they wanted to bring him back. And, we learned a little bit more about Knuckles' family and stuff like that, like his dad and his mom.
Bonnick saw that when he set his brutal egg bombs to attack Golden Hive Colony. Oh my god, look at it. Like this, I like the drawing in the background actually. That's pretty cool. We didn't find any other survivors, no matter how hard we tried. Our families, neighbors, gone.
I swear, I will adapt this. I will adapt that Sally and Sonic breakup in my show. It's with DB with Buckshot Dog. It's just a lot more personal because like every time I talk about that, whenever I talk about his part, he takes great offense to it. Like Sonic probably should have been the actual thing because Sonic should have said, out of all the things we did, stopping Robotnik, stopping the Doomsday Project, all it was us playing hero, trying to bring peace to Mobius. So is that what that was? I mean, Sal, I knew you were gonna dump me for Sonic. You'll go back to Sonic because you like him. You always loved him more than you did me. That's because we look alike, and that's all it is. But to say that everything we've done, everything we went through, everything I went through, is just us playing hero. Well, I'm sorry, princess. It's time for the freedom fighters to go play hero because that's what we do. For a princess that didn't want to be called a princess, you're sure totally acting like one. So like, like, in Sonic Freedom Fighters, like when I get to that point, Bugs, like Bugsy the Hedgehog, he just doesn't talk to Sally for like a whole. Originally the rewrite had it for like a week, but now he doesn't talk to Sally for like a whole month, like not like in a friendly way. Like if there's a mission, he'll do it, but he'll never he was for a while he doesn't get on Sally's friendly terms, but he'll talk to Sonic, he'll talk to Knuckles. He's like, yo, Knuckles, and he just kind of he talks to Sally normally, but he just doesn't like get all friendly with her anymore. It's more like completely business with him. He looks over like, and even when in my version, which he before I start rewriting everything because Ken Penders, damn him, I basically there was a scene where I had to where both Sonic and you know Bugsy the Hedgehog are just sitting, just trying to help fight the Iron, try to really unify the clans, like in the Journey to the East arc, the Iron Queen Dominion arc, when they all went to Monkey Khan's region, and basically when they find out that Monkey Khan and Sally are together, just Bugsy the Hedgehog, you think he doesn't care, but he does. And he's like, I'm just gonna go find some parts with Tails. I'm gonna go do that. Sonic goes like, I'll go with you. Well, looks like we're dealing with Monkey Con again. Well, we shouldn't dwell on it. Freedom Fighters first. Regu- regu- Regular dudes second. So we don't got time to dwell on things. Sorry, I just felt like I don't know. Since I gotta rewrite everything, I just want to tell you guys the stuff that was gonna be in the series because I gotta change. I'm still changing everything. I had this up to like 5 different seasons, dudes. Sonic, Sonic and Bugsy the Hedgehog you know, were really just dealing with a lot of stuff in that arc. And it's like right, I would say, before their actual, before Bugsy the Hedgehog and Sonic actually fight. It's one of those, it was, when I think about it, it was one of those things where I wanted to see, you know, how strong they both are, but it's like they cancel each other out. I'd say, but the only I feel like Bugsy the Hedgehog, and you're like, no surprise, your character has a tactical advantage over Sonic. Well, think about it this way: he can think a little bit more faster than Sonic can, and he's more tactical about it. So they'd be fighting. He'd be like, "You did this to Tails because you didn't listen. You always never listen, Sonic. How many plans have we done where you just never listen to me just because you think you can wing it?" And freaking Sonic goes, "How many times have you looked down on me because of your intelligence? Just because, just because, just because, just because Unc taught you all of what he knows. You think you're so much better than me. Sonic, you freaking kissed Fiona and you knew Tails. You knew Tails. You knew Tails liked her, but you did it anyway. This had nothing to do with me or you, and you know this. Yeah, but while we're on the subject of things, you knew, you knew that, you knew that, you knew that I like Sally. You knew, but like Tails, like what you did to Tails, you screwed me over too. Well, it doesn't really matter, does it, Bug? She she likes you now anyway. That's not the point, Sonic. It's all about you not thinking. It's all about you not using your head, and not not being sensitive to other people's feelings. It doesn't matter. You have her anyway, so it doesn't really matter. And then they start fighting. They like literally beat each other up, and Tails is like watching. You know, instead of Tails and Sonic fighting, it's basically Bugsy and Sonic fighting, and Tails is the one that breaks them up. Like, and Tails goes like, "Guys, bro, bros, bros, you shouldn't fight." Tails, you finally get reunited with your family, and freaking, and freaking, and freaking, and freaking, and freaking Needle Rat over here has to freaking take them away because the king doesn't like it. How many times we worked with the king and he's basically screwed us over, Sonic? How many times? You couldn't even marry Sally because you weren't of noble blood, but it shouldn't have mattered because you're a freaking hero. You've saved that man from being crystallized at the zone. I don't care if that old man's gotten senile. You've done more for Mobius than any of them. There's a whole bunch in that scene, but they basically go at it. Another scene that actually got taken out. Another scene that actually got taken out
You have a lot of
before I
faith,
freaking
and you love the things you own. You never want anything bad to happen to them.
before I look at
Today
it.
we are continuing the epic Return to Angel Island saga. Before I want to thank Pete, that's such a cool little reference. I love the little references in this. That's just really cool. Let's stand and watch. What voice does Mighty have? I'm gonna give him a really, really, really gritty voice. Let's stand and watch while True and Blue Red Burrito shoots.
True
I
Blue
don't
and Rad
even know what
Red.
that means. Sonic, why don't you do some high-speed recall and tell us what you offensive then? Oh my god, what is going on? What
You know,
is this?
I don't know what Bugsy the Hedgehog's nickname would be if like people wanted to give him a nickname. I never really gave it thought. But but yeah, Bugsy the Hedgehog like probably during the whole Return to Angel Island arc would probably be more like he'd be focused on his goal, but like in the back of his head, it's like, I can finally I can drown myself in my work and not worry about my feelings right now. But Nick thinks he can actually take over Angel Island, eh? He's got another thing coming.
Oh no. Wait, Angel Island is inhabited? Are these echidnas? Oh my god, okay. And it sure
Yes.
ain't pretty. An Eggman sponsored echidna prisoner camp run by tecto dingoes. Jesus Christ, what is going on? Puna Infero's
Okay, let me explain. Knuckles found his echidna tribe. They live in Angel Island. Tagged out dingoes mean that freaking the Dark Egg Legion is basically the Dark Egg Legion being Eggman's soldiers of fortune. Eh, I liked it when it was like this. We got more fleshed out stuff with Knuckles.
Meant to be inferior. Huh, this is really weird. I am glad IDW took over so we could just throw this all out. Jesus Christ, what's going on?
But of course you'd say that. I'm just glad we got to continue it. I'm glad we got people that are actually continuing the story. Even if you guys don't understand what's going on, because like I said, you can't just pick these issues willy-nilly. You gotta start from the arcs. At least then you get a good gist of what's going on. But yeah. And remember, this ain't the Eggman from the games. This is the Eggman from Saturday M. So he's still a twisted fuck. No matter what body he's in, he is still a twisted motherfucker. Make no mistake about it. That's the thing about that is the true thing about that's the thing. I mean, that's the true thing about Eggman. Make no mistake about it. In the comics, he's a lot more fucked up. So yeah, this is something he'd do. And of course, you don't understand Night of the Wind because you just picked him up randomly, and you just hope that, and you're just laughing and gawking at its weirdness without actually even trying to understand the context. You're just barreling through scenes and not actually understanding any of this, or not trying to understand any of it. That's why. That's seriously why sometimes we do these videos. I'm just like, I basically check out because, like, honestly, it's just like, yeah, you're just gonna. This is why I do. This is why I do the whole context with Archie. This is why I do that history of Archie comics kind of, Archie Sonic kind of thing, so you guys actually know what's going on. So you're not as uninformed as this dude. And there are many other people that do this that used to do the same. So you should check them out too. But honestly, this is just what irks me as an Archie fan because you really can't pick these up in every issue. See, but the IDW, the one thing I like about the IDW comics, anybody can pick those up and kind of get a thing of what's going on. That's the one thing they got over the Archie comics. These were long, sprawling stories that actually built the world up. And even if you all think it's weird, it's what set everything in motion for most of the characters we knew before the comic ended. Thank God look, I don't like Kim Penders as much as the next guy, but I swear to you, it ain't his like it's nonsense because you don't understand it. It's nonsense because you can't even try to even really get what's going on in here. But hey, but hey, I'm glad that there's Archie fans who actually cared about the pre reboot universe. That's what we got. That's why we got Archie. That's why we got Archie Sonic Online. While the rest of you are just kind of like, well, the rest of you are just reading IDW, and I'm kind of glad that it is that way because don't want to confuse you now.
Like this is not okay. I want that Master Emerald, General Kane.
But I will.
That means I need to know.
But I will say the artwork was always kind of weird around this time. I will concede to that, but most of it's pretty good.
It has to be out there, otherwise Angel Island wouldn't be afloat. And this echidna upstart is the key to finding it. Make him talk. With pleasure. I can't take this guy seriously. What the hell, even? Do you hear that, Loki? You and I are going to have a long, So,
That's Knuckles' father. But yeah. Anybody that doesn't like this part of Archie, yeah, don't watch my reboot. You're not gonna like it. You're not even gonna find it even remotely good. If you're not gonna find it remotely good. You're just probably gonna be like another win, just kind of not understanding what's going on. But me, I'm gonna give you guys like actual recaps because those are important. And I think the IG comics would have been great if they just gave people recaps. Like full like there should have been just one big book of like Archie recaps to get everybody caught up.
oh my god. Well, if it isn't the Dark Legion. Why does Ray have clothes on now, suddenly? Did he have clothes on all the time? I didn't see him having clothes on all the time. Then, I'm not fast, cool, or good looking. Huh? Maybe that's a reference to something very recently that I already forgot, but whatever. Who are the... Oh no. What's going on in this picture even? Why are they even in love?
Okay, let's go, let's go, let's go. 1 2 1 2 1 2. Okay, we got Mike. We got Mighty. We got Knuckles. We got Fiona. We got Saffron and Charmy. We got Vector. I think we got Julie Sue in the back. We have SBO. We have most of the Dark Egg Legion. We have Demetrius right there. Demetrius is a traitor of the Echidna race. And there's some other stuff if you guys are interested. I'll have a video on him soon enough. You know, see, guys, this is why I think it should be known as the freaking Archie Sonic info guy. So you guys actually can know a little bit about it. Because, okay, going to walk away from this.
Are paying one of their infrequent visits to Angel Island at the invitation of Guardian Knuckles, unknown to the recently arrived guests. What was once a simple social occasion now has taken on greater importance due to recent events.
Mobius
My darling
25 years
Sonic.
later, I would say, other than the Echidna race, was actually Ken Pender's actual crowning achievement because it gave us a possible future where Sonic and Sally are married and they have kids, and I think that was the most cutest. I always thought that was the most cutest and complete thing in the world, even if people would cry and be like, "Where's Amy? Oh my God, did Sally kill Amy?" I'd just be like, "What the fuck, man? Just let this happen." Oh, and that's Laura Sue right there, guys. That's Laura Sue right there before Ken Penders uglied her up. Oh God, and Julie Sue before they did the same thing. Nah, like seriously, that makes me legit upset whenever I think about it. And I know some of you are like, it don't matter. Well, at least Ken got all his characters so he can have his weird storylines back. I'm like, it's not. I don't think it's gonna be good because there were a lot of people who wrote alongside Ken. There's always checks and balances with him, so nothing got too crazy.
Oh, okay, this is some furry fan fiction right here.
I'm done. I'm done. Guys, I can't. I can't because if I do, it's gonna blow into a full on rant. And you know what? I'm just not even gonna do it. I'm not even gonna do it. By the time you see this video, I'm probably just working on some other stuff. Probably working on Sonic Freedom Fighters and rewriting everything again. So by the time you see this video, I'm probably already home and knocked the fuck out. Hey, not the fuck out, but maybe still working. Kids, sometimes I just get angry about these kinds of things because, like, This is the reason. This is the reason I do that whole, in Archie Sonic's history, because I want you to know about it. I want you all to understand it. People like Night of the Wind just gives the comic a bad impression, and it's not all bad. A lot of the stuff that Ken Penders actually did before he went a little too crazy were actually good things, good concepts that could be put to use. But it was Moya's 25 years later was a was a possible future for Sonic and the rest of the Freedom Fighters. What it's like at the end, it's like it's been years since their fight with Robotnik. It's been years since all of that shit, and they're right now kind of living in peace, or so they think. I swear, guys. Y'all wonder why I get so bent out of shape when someone just talks shit about the Archie comics. I know some of you go like, Bugsy, why do you do this? Why do you put it upon yourself to do this? Well, I'm like, I do because people like Night of the Wind just breeze through a comic and not try to understand the context because it's fun to do this at random and not actually understand context, character motivations, or anything else. And I don't like that. To me that's straight up ignorant. I mean, maybe it might be okay for him. For me, it's straight up ignorant because it kind of it kind of pulls away from everything I'm trying to teach some of you guys. Everything I'm trying to show you, so you guys have a little bit more knowledge. Because I'm gonna start because when the Archie Sonic Online comics come in, when there's more issues, I'm gonna be doing like theories. I'm gonna be doing like theories and talks about the various issues that are going to come out. And I want you all to understand and know what I'm talking about because I feel like that's important. You know, I didn't say this, but you guys know I converted a non Archie fan to a non Archie Sonic fan to the comics. I just talked about the context of the slap and my thoughts on it and just explaining it, and boom, I just turned someone to the side of the Archie Sonic comics. That's what I did. And I said to myself, I might as well keep this up. But Night of the Wind, it just makes me angry that basically did this. You basically picked out these random comics. And I know this is just giggle, giggle, ha ha for you. But for me, it's just like, for me, you're just kind of perpetuating this stereotype that the comics are weird. They're not weird unless you actually have a firm grasp of what's going on. I mean, yes, preference is a thing too. You may not have a preference for any of this, but you need to know. And for the record, I am not like Not Whole Resident, okay? Because a lot of people used to call me that on DMs, like, because I want to do a reboot of the Freedom Fighters because I like Sad AM. Okay, look at me, guys. I don't have a diaper finish. I don't. I don't. If I was doing a Sonic fan film, you're damn sure I'd see it to the end. And I didn't bitch about the Sonic having green eyes. Sorry, I need to clear that up. People always thought I was like not a whole resident, and I hated that. I always hated that because when I actually looked up Not Whole Resident, I just found out all this stuff about him, and I was like, y'all think I'm this motherfucker. You know what's even more fucked up? He got on the he got on the Band Pizza podcast when we were doing the fascist thing, and I was like now I'm not really that pissed about it, but back then I was real pissed. I was like, he gets to be on the podcast and I don't. I could give them like a truly good perspective on Sonic or some other stuff, or what I'm working on, or anything like that. And that's how I felt. Like that should have been me. Even though back, even though I have no fetishes to really speak of. But anyways, guys, I just wanted to say that. Listen, peeps, you may think that the Archie comics are weird, but there's a lot more context within them if you actually take the time to actually try and read it. And if you're stuck or need help or want to know something, this is one of the things I'm here for. So if you want to know some more stuff, you can. You really can. But hey, that's about it for me. Night of the Wind, you do whatever you want. I may think it's super duper. I may think it's super duper ignorant, but do what you do. I ain't gonna judge you. Well, I kind of did, but do what you want. I ain't gonna really stop you. I just feel like this whole thing is just super duper ignorant, and I think you could actually learn something if you actually took the time to actually understand the storyline instead of just barreling through everything, giggling like a moron. That's how I feel about that. But I'm gonna go now. See, guys. Well, you're gonna see this. You're gonna see this when I return. So I just wanted to, probably see this a little bit later in the day. I'll probably do something Thursday. Probably do something for Thursday. And I just want to schedule this for Thursday just in case I'm at Disneyland a little longer than I think. Because sometimes these trips can be a little bit more sporadic than a little bit more sporadic than I'm used to. So I'm just kind of planning ahead. Let's hear what that.
To Sonic, our two families, but Sonic rarely talks to anyone beyond those he has to deal with. He hasn't even spoken to Tails, going on 3 years now. Are you kidding me? Oh my god. Why? Oh, I hate this so much. Really? Oh, yes.
Because the pressures of him being king. I'm done.
Oh, yes. When Tails took off to move down under, Sonic didn't even show up at the church.
I'm done. 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 I'm not even going to try. I'm not even going to try. Guys, when you see this video, I'll probably already be working on Sonic Freedom Fighters. Look at this lit a fire in my ass that will never be truly a fire that will never truly be lit out unless I actually go back to what I need to do for Sonic Freedom Fighters to spread more awareness to these good stories and give it my own little twist. So, Night of the Wind, I actually gotta thank you for at least letting me do what I need to do. But dude, this was straight up ignorant. I'll say that right now. It doesn't matter what you guys say or whatever. To me, this was straight. What Wayne was doing was straight up ignorant to me. That's how I feel about it. That's my opinion. And I'm sticking to it. So yeah. See you guys later. I'm Bugsy, and yeah. Later we're gonna give on Friday. I'm gonna give you guys a very extensive Archie history lesson. There will be a quiz. There will be a quiz. And you guys think I'm lying about that? Oh, I'm not lying, kids. I'm not lying. Okay, maybe I'm joking a little bit, but I will quiz you on this shit. All right, but I'll see you guys later, and I hope you enjoyed the video. If you enjoyed me getting a little bit angry, so you guys can just have a little fun with that. I know a lot of you like seeing me angry, so I found something that would actually make me angry, so I could appease some of you guys that wanted me to go off on this rant a little bit. But mostly, I was just angry because it really sucks, guys. Like you guys think I'm just like joking or playing it up for the camera mostly, but no, it really makes me angry. It makes me angry that, you know, because I just, about 2 weeks ago I talked about the context of Archie comics. Like 2 weeks ago. And it just irks the ever loving shit out of me. But yeah, there you go. But let me just tell you one thing. With the Archie comics, context and knowing what's going on in the story matters. Mm. People say Sonic doesn't need a serious story. It can work. There are people who want it but don't want it to be overly dark. The comic struck a good tone. Even if a lot of people were like, it's too serious, or oh, they were just stretching this comic way too far. Which is a complaint I see often. But honestly, that's how I feel about it. I can't and no one can change the way I feel about that. I just feel like that's why context matters. Because all these, here's another example. A bunch of like Son Amy fans just took the whole fact that Sally was like, what do you know, do you want to punch out robotic slate? Do you want to punch out robotic slates or be with me? Everybody thought Sally was being selfish, but I saw that for what it really was. Sally being emotional after losing Sonic once and seeing him get hurt. All those emotions bubbled up to the surface. You know? If you want to know more about that, I made 2 videos about that, so you can know about that. But like I said, context matters. And when you're just looking at like various panels of the comic book and just tweet something, you're not really getting the full context. You're just getting half of it because you think that's all there is. But no, everything in that comic has a reason. Every character has a motivation for why they do what they do. And that's the thing. I feel like I feel like Nyla Wynn did I feel like Nyla Wynn did a terrible job to really show you guys the comics. Just to see if you're interested in them. Just him having a hee haw 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 laugh at it all. Again, this is why I say context matters in stories like this. Context matters. Well, I'm gonna go, guys. Hope you enjoyed this because I sure as hell did. I'll see you guys later. Well, I enjoyed it, but then I also got mad. But I just I just want to tell you guys that the context for the Archie comics matters. I know I can say it a lot, but it's true.